Sometimes it gets tough. Sometimes you get to a point where you don't want to push yourself. Pushing the world is just a part of it. And sometimes the world can be very nasty. It can put you in a position where you don't understand what to do next. But I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, everything starts with you. Everything necessarily is not about you, but it definitely starts with you. If you're not willing to put the work in, if you're not willing to go a little bit higher, a little bit further, and understanding that work is good, prosperity is good, success is good, life is good, but these excuses always tend to show up in your life. This thing that you continue to hold on, this pity party that you continue to possess in your life tends to hold you back. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to suffer sometime in your life. You're gonna have to feel something sometime in your life. Why is it every time you wake up, you wanna have something handed to you? Why can't you earn it yourself? Why do you feel like everybody owes you something? It starts with you. You got to be the one that wants it. You got to be the one to go after it. You got to be the one to go further. You got to be the one to hurt just a little bit. So what? Maybe you don't like the situation you're in. Maybe you don't like the circumstances you're in. Then what are you gonna do about it? Not gonna always be a good day, but it's definitely a great day. It's a great day for me to learn about what I am capable of. What am I willing to do? How am I going to push forward instead of pushing back? What's my next decision? What's my next path? What direction am I going? Because what surrounded me doesn't necessarily mean that it's breaking me to a point where I can't function. You have to have the ability to understand that if you don't build up something, it'll never have true foundation. It will never have balance. It will never understand purpose. There won't be any purpose to it because you're too busy being what you think you ought to be instead of knowing what you need to be. You got to be prepared to make the choices. You got to be prepared to take the chances. Everything that your heart desires is right before you. Are you doing what you need to do? Are you seeing your truth? Or are you believing a lie? Are you faking it just to make it? Are you looking to impress people? You don't have to be worrying about being like other people. Be yourself. Be you. Be unique. The truth is, you got to keep on working towards it. The truth is, it's not going to be easy. The truth is, it's what it is. The truth. But the real truth is that you have potential. Is that you have power. Perfection takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Be productive, not destructive. Do you understand how aggressive you gotta be? Do you understand even when you're aggressive, you still gotta have patience? Do you really understand the work that has to be applied to it? Because you can want all day long, but if you don't apply action to it, then how can you achieve? How can you achieve the greatness that's within you? How bad do you really want it? Do you want what's coming? Or do you even understand what's coming? Can you even comprehend it? A lot of people ain't ready for it. Maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you're not understanding exactly what it's gonna really take to get to that point in your life where you can accept the fact that, hey, this is it. I got to put that work in. I got to apply myself. How bad do you want it? Self-discipline comes from within. It's a desire. It's being able to understand that you got to get the work in, and you got to be willing to go further and harder than you've ever gone in your life. You can't depend on all of the mechanical things, the alarm clock, your cell phone, or sometimes even people. Sometimes it's just you. You got to be willing to wake up and be about your business on a daily basis. Let's just say, for example, you're the type of person that can't seem to get away from all of the cravings. You can't do this without this. You can't do this without that. You need your coffee. You can't stop eating chocolate. All of these things you keep saying that you can't do. Well, let me remind you, can't can never do anything for you in the first place. So discipline starts with you. You have to be willing to be hungry enough to understand that if this is something that you are truly going after, then work has to be applied. You can't make excuses. You can't ask for a pass. And you got to understand that you got to pay a toll to cross the bridge. And if you're not willing to do that, then these things that you are chasing, sooner or later, it'll get further away from you, and you won't even have the speed or the capacity to go after it the right way. So discipline is a foundation to life. Discipline is a foundation to the reality of things. And you have to make sure that you are in the right mind frame to go after it the right way. Not looking at things in a perspective way is not going to give you what you actually look for, because your mind is not in the right place. If you're not hungry enough, you won't get enough. If you're not willing to work after it, then it's not going to happen for you in the first place. Success is not going to show up at your front door and knock on it and say, here I am. It's not coming to look for you. In fact, success is not thinking about you. Success is already doing its job. You got to be willing to do your job. Each and every day that you are breathing in this world, each and every day that you are doing something in this world, you should be focusing on getting better, not worse. You should be understanding that, hey, I can't be this same person on a day in, day out type of way. I got to keep focusing and going further and going harder and going stronger and pushing myself until there's nothing else left to push forward. Everybody doesn't necessarily see what you see. In fact, everybody doesn't want what you want. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't need to go after what you need. And the need is what we need to be focusing on. When you want something, make sure you understand what you want. You may get exactly what you're getting. So sometimes wanting things doesn't necessarily mean that that's for you at the moment. But what you need to do is find that self-resilience, find that self-discipline, and stop making excuses, and stop depending on other people to bail you out. Focus on getting the best of yourself. Focus on hard work. Focus on dedication. Focus on motivation. Utilize everything that you have in front of you. And when you surround yourself with people, make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Make sure you are understanding that the people that are around you are building you up and not tearing you down. So ladies and gentlemen, the choice is yours. How disciplined are you? Because if you're not disciplined, then there is no business that can be done. So keep moving forward and conduct your business.